Imagine spending hours canning vegetables or fermenting fruits only to find the entire batch spoiled. Frustrating, right? The Amish never let that happen. Their time-tested methods for food preservation are not only foolproof, but can save you from costly mistakes. Stick around, because we're revealing the Amish secrets to perfect food preservation. Secrets that could transform how you store food forever. And mistake number 3? It's the one you're probably making right now. Food preservation isn't just a necessity for the Amish, it's a cornerstone of their self-sufficient lifestyle. In a world of freezers and convenience foods, the Amish rely on methods that have stood the test of time, ensuring that their food remains safe, nutritious, and flavorful for months or even years. But here's the thing, even the most reliable preservation techniques can fail if you're not careful. From skipping sterilization to sealing mishaps, even small oversights can spell disaster. So, what do the Amish do differently? They avoid these common mistakes at all costs. Today, we're diving deep into their methods, their philosophy, and the simple yet effective steps they take to ensure every jar, every batch, and every piece of preserved food is perfect. Mistake 1: skipping proper sterilization. Let's start with the biggest mistake: ignoring sterilization. It's tempting to skip this step when you're pressed for time, but for the Amish, sterilization is non-negotiable. What the Amish do differently: every jar, lid, and tool is sterilized thoroughly before the preservation process begins. Large pots of boiling water are a staple in Amish kitchens, not just for cooking but for ensuring everything is clean and bacteria-free. Imagine an Amish grandmother standing over a steaming pot, carefully placing jars into the water. On the counter, sparkling clean jars dry on a cloth, each inspected for even the tiniest imperfection. For the Amish, sterilization isn't just a task, it's the first step in a sacred ritual. Why it's important: contaminants can spoil an entire batch of preserved food, wasting hours of hard work. Sterilization eliminates bacteria and mold spores, ensuring a clean slate for the preservation process. The Amish also follow strict timelines. For example, jars are sterilized immediately before use to prevent any chance of contamination. Their tools, such as tongs and funnels, are cleaned meticulously after every session. This dedication is what sets them apart. Mistake 2: overfilling or underfilling jars. This mistake might seem minor, but it can lead to serious problems. Overfilled jars can prevent proper sealing, while underfilled jars leave too much air, encouraging spoilage. The Amish rule of thumb: the Amish are precise about headspace, the gap between the food and the jar lid. For high-acid foods like jams, they leave about half an inch. For low-acid vegetables, it's a full inch. Picture this: a young Amish boy carefully ladling applesauce into a jar under his mother's watchful eye. He uses a wooden measuring stick passed down through generations, ensuring just the right amount of space is left. This precision isn't just a habit, it's a tradition steeped in practicality and care. Why it matters: proper headspace ensures a vacuum seal during processing. Without it, jars are at risk of leaking or spoiling. The Amish even go as far as to teach these techniques in their schools, ensuring that every generation masters the art of preservation. Mistake 3: neglecting sealing techniques. A properly sealed jar is the cornerstone of safe food preservation. The Amish take this step seriously, inspecting every jar for a tight seal. How they ensure success: after jars cool, Amish families press the center of each lid. A proper seal won't pop when pressed. Any jar that fails this test is reprocessed immediately or used up within days. In Amish root cellars, shelves are lined with jars of every size and color, each one sealed perfectly. These jars are more than just food. They're a testament to the family's hard work and attention to detail. Sealing isn't left to chance. During community gatherings, Amish women often share tips on achieving the perfect seal. Some prefer paraffin wax for jams, while others stick to metal lids. This exchange of knowledge ensures that no one in the community is left behind. Mistake 4: using the wrong preservation method. Not all foods can be preserved the same way. but many people treat them as if they can. This is a common mistake that the Amish avoid entirely. What the Amish do, they carefully match each food to its ideal preservation method. High-acid foods like fruits and pickles are processed in water baths. Low-acid foods like meats and beans are pressure canned, and fermented foods are prepared in ceramic crocks before being stored. Why it works? This tailored approach eliminates any risk of botulism and ensures the food's flavor and nutritional value are preserved. The Amish often consult old recipe books passed down through generations, which provide time-tested guidelines for every type of food. Mistake 5. Rushing the cooling process. Cooling might not seem like a big deal, but rushing it can ruin the seal and compromise the safety of the food. How the Amish handle it. Once jars are removed from the canner, they're placed on a wooden counter to cool naturally. Amish kitchens are designed with designated cooling areas away from drafts and direct sunlight. The Amish believe in respecting the process. Rushing the cooling phase is seen as disrespecting the effort put into the preservation. This philosophy encourages mindfulness and patience, qualities deeply embedded in Amish culture. Mistake 6. Ignoring ingredient quality. Preservation starts with the ingredients. The Amish know that using overripe or blemished produce is a recipe for disaster. Their golden rule: only the freshest, highest quality ingredients make it into an Amish jar. Produce is often picked the same day it's preserved, ensuring maximum flavor and longevity. Farmers within the Amish community grow their crops without pesticides, ensuring the natural taste remains intact. Before preservation begins, every piece of produce is inspected by hand. This level of care guarantees exceptional results. Mistake 7. Forgetting to rotate stock. Even perfectly preserved food can go bad if it's forgotten. The Amish avoid this by practicing first in, first out. How it works. Older jars are placed at the front of the shelf, while newer ones are stored in the back. This simple system ensures nothing is wasted. The Amish take pride in their organization. Their root cellars are a marvel of efficiency, with rows neatly labeled and dated. Children are often tasked with arranging jars, teaching them the value of planning and diligence. Mistake 8. Skipping routine inspections. The Amish don't just preserve food and forget about it. Regular inspections are a key part of their process. What they check for: every few weeks, jars are inspected for any signs of spoilage, cracks, or broken seals. Any compromised jars are removed immediately. Inspections are often a family activity, with everyone contributing. This communal approach ensures that no detail is overlooked. It's also an opportunity to share stories and lessons, reinforcing the community bond. Mistake 9. Overlooking storage conditions. Even after jars are sealed and preserved, proper storage is crucial. Many people overlook the importance of a stable, cool, and dark environment for their preserved goods. The Amish approach. Root cellars are a common feature in Amish homes. These underground storage spaces maintain a consistent temperature and humidity level year-round, ensuring preserved foods stay fresh longer. Shelves are arranged to maximize airflow, and jars are labeled clearly for easy rotation and identification. Picture this: an Amish family heading to their root cellar in midwinter, retrieving jars of summer's bounty. The shelves are a testament to careful planning and hard work, showcasing rows of peaches, green beans, and even pickled beets. Mistake 10. Failing to plan for emergencies. What if a power outage or unexpected event disrupts your food storage system? The Amish are always prepared for such scenarios. Their backup plan. In addition to preserved goods, Amish families often keep dried foods like grains and legumes stored in airtight containers. These foods require no refrigeration and can last for years. They also rely on communal support, sharing resources and knowledge to ensure no family goes without. Key lessons from the Amish. Be precise. Every detail, from sterilization to cooling, matters. Be patient. Rushing the process only leads to mistakes. Stay organized. Rotation and inspections are just as important as the preservation itself. Plan ahead. Always have a backup plan to ensure your efforts aren't wasted. The Amish have turned food preservation into an art form, avoiding mistakes that many of us don't even realize we're making. If you're ready to level up your preservation game, start small. Follow these methods and you'll see the difference they make. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and check out our next video on how Amish families use their root cellars for year-round storage. You won't want to miss it.